Hey fans and subscribers, this is your host Joe on the Gaming for Insight channel with another video of Quick Chat Hidden Stages, where I bring you the takes that didn't make the final cut for various Quick Chat videos that I've uploaded to the channel. I've been working with Satiric for 3 Quick Chat segments now on the Nintendo Switch 2. I've learned a vast amount from him on the Nintendo Switch technology. And in the third Nintendo Switch 2 video that we recorded, where we were talking about the preparation for the Nintendo Switch 2 release date, I asked him the question if Nintendo is intending to release or designing the Nintendo Switch 2 to be the ultimate or apex retro gaming handheld. I didn't want to edit his answer, and he gave it in 2 different parts actually, and wanted to keep it in its original state. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look. And extending to that, we also have our favorite retro games that we've fallen in love with growing up as kids. We have the Nintendo GameCube controller, which was recently available to pre-order with requirements to purchase from Nintendo Direct. That sold out quickly to be able to use that for GameCube titles on the Switch 2. Nintendo Switch Online just added new Game Boy games and Game Boy Color games in May. The retro game library for Nintendo continues to grow with updates to it. So the question I have is, what do we expect for retro games on the Nintendo Switch 2? And is the Switch 2 competing as the apex modern retro handheld with support of software emulators through the Nintendo Online services extending to GameCube games here?
I think that they're doing a lot of good when it comes to bringing back the classics and having it be available for a reasonable price. Having the NSO membership is almost a requirement at this point, which is a little bit of a bummer. But it does come with all of the previous emulation, as well as all the online services and whatnot.
So I'll say this: you are a fan and enthusiast with modern retro handhelds, and you know how to set these up. You know how to get your favorite games from your retro game library running. You have the Nintendo Switch 2 coming, that's releasing, and now there's the option to have it all available without any setup needed from the Nintendo library. And
with filters and everything on there too. The CRT filter looks really good.
Okay, yeah. See, it takes some research, and other content creators have covered how to apply those. Now, Nintendo RetroArch isn't just the friendliest experience. Maybe I'm just not experienced enough, but yeah, it can be a bit daunting as a beginner looking at it. It can. Here comes Nintendo. Oh, you want to apply these filters, and I'm thinking it can be done with approaches different from the RetroArch experience. Are they changing the game with what they're doing here to compete against the modern retro handhelds?
I think to some degree they are. The price point kind of puts them a little bit higher, but keep in mind, this is kind of somewhere in between power-wise, a PS4 and an Xbox Series S. So you're kind of paying for that kind of console. It's about the same price as a Steam Deck. It competes with the Steam Deck. It's not as expensive as any of the Lenovo Legion Go or any of the more expensive, like the ROG Ally X and anything like that, MSI Claw. It's not as expensive as those options, and it does officially smooth, no tinkering necessary, everything that you would want to do that is Nintendo. And they're adding so much more third-party support with all this new FromSoft stuff coming out, which is really cool too.
Oh yes. When you talk From Software, you have my attention indeed.